reason why I did this video is it just reminds me of the old days when I live with my roommates in dormitory with for 4 years in college. So it just reminds me of the time. I'm not saying that the time where you got no privacy, and also if there is any conflict, it's gonna be very awkward because you're gonna see each other every day. So there's no rooms to sit back, and we did have a lot of, not a lot, have some ups and downs, a lot of downs actually. At least I think I prefer living alone. Yeah, but I'm just such a nostalgic person, and it reminds me of the time back then. So I decided to record an ASMR video of it. I didn't bring my microphone, so I just recorded with my phone. But I don't know, it's giving that kind of vibe, like it's back to the time, this little room with the curtains closed, and it feels like a little, I'm not sure this is the right way to put it, but it feels like a very comfortable coffin, but maybe it's the same, it's similar, like, I don't know, it's Shakespeare or someone said that sleep and dreaming is a taste of death. So I suppose bed is like coffin because sleep is like death. Yeah, I think it's Shakespeare. I don't remember. Anyway, it just gives me such peace sensation, and yeah, so I recorded quietly as what ASMR usually do. But the sound of them are not. I just watched some ASMR, and they are being as loud as they can be. I can't remember, but I think they are doing that for entertainment rather than putting you to sleep. So you can't say they failed to make a good ASMR video because they are not meant to be. I don't know. You can still hear some sounds. You know why I hate living in a dormitory is also comes from the feeling that I am afraid of losing control. Like if I have an exam tomorrow, I can't make sure that all of my roommates will stay quiet. You can't talk to them and say, "Oh, it's a big day for me tomorrow, so I want you to be all quiet tonight." Even if some of them do, but when they're coming down to the bathroom, and maybe one of them catch a cold and a cough, it's always gonna make some sound. You can't. I mean, they are alive. They move and they make sounds. You can't force them to stay as silent as a dead corpse, unless you knock them off to put them to sleep. But that's not very likely to happen. And young people nowadays, including me, all like to stay up late. So yeah, I think I whisper enough. I hope I'm not being disturbing. Anyway, supposed to live with another person in a two-person size room, but I had a very rough day today, so I really want to get some good sleep. I told the worker at the front desk that I don't want to share a room with a stranger, so I would like to add more money, double the fees, just to get an empty room. So I get, but they say there is no such room, like a two-person size room, empty, but there's a one empty with four people size. So I'm living in that room right now. So actually, you can see there's no one, and also up there, there's just no one. Absolutely. Anyway, but I think it's fun. This vibe, I like this vibe, and which inspired me to do this video. Anyway, I talk enough nonsense, and I think it's time for us to sleep. Okay. Yeah, they finally get the punishment they should have. You know, I just saw some half-naked men out there playing games so loud, and the walker finally come upstairs and told them to be quiet. You know, we are all adults. Why can't we just control ourselves? It's not that hard. You know, you're really bothering other people. That reminds me of the old time back then. Again, I think they're arguing. I can't believe. I mean, they did it wrong. Why are they still arguing? Anyway, how many anyways, I said, you know, as I said, there's a lot of things happened today, so I really need to tap myself in, and that's it. And I also wish you sweet dreams tonight, okay? And every night, of course. That's it. Sleep, 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 sleep. Bye, 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 bye. It's me again. So today I changed new room. As you can see, it is so much more fancy here, and it is so much more fancy. I mean, and more comfortable than the other one that I lived yesterday. And I don't know, just so cozy. Look at this wooden places to put things, and this curtain, this bed is so clean, and I just love it. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't have, since I already mentioned about my past experience about dormitory, and I got nothing else to say about it. So today I would be more like to talk about what happened these days. The last 2 days, and well, the main point, the first sentence of my story is gonna be, it's healthy to sleep early as possible. I always stay up late, I can say, since I get back from school. At home, first it was about making ASMR video, because I live in place apartment that is the street area, and you know I'm living in the first floor, so there are a lot of people downstairs like playing mahjong, especially you can hear that. Also, but that was not the loudest. What I hate is the car horning and people talking loud and kids playing around screaming. I hate that most. And also there are, I'm living in countryside. Not countryside, it's more like not a very metropolitan city. So there is still people trying to buy their stuff, driving little cars and shouting, and to attract people. Okay, so that was the auntie telling me to turn off the light and go to sleep. Anyway, I actually like that because, well, as I said, back to my college, there are a lot of people playing games or staying up very late without turning off the light, and that just forced kind of keep other people awake. At least keeping me awake, and I hate it. With that kind of thing, like the rule settled, everyone have to obey it. Everyone has to. So I love that. Anyway, back to the point. So because of all the noisy environment at daytime, I have to wait until most of people go to sleep. That is mid of the night to film the ASMR video. But I was at night hours before that even. But that just made it much worse because I have to stay up later, and then I got a mission or assignment, or even just an excuse for staying up late. Because I find out that even if not filming then at night, or I don't feel like filming, I wasn't filming, I still stay up late for no reason. So I actually started to feel a little bit discomfort, like I feel like I become dumber. My brain functions more slowly, and I often zoned out and can't stay focused unusual than before to speak very fluently and with the right word, just pinpoint what I want to say, what I want to express. It's become harder than before. I don't know. And also I become more easy to get tired and get lazier and impatient and sometimes moody. Also, my most importantly, my heart feels like it does not beat. Like I'm not sure how to say it. It's rhythmically. Just sometimes it just stop for a second and then it go on with a very heavy beat. I'm not sure how to describe it. It feels like something just stopped there, something just stuck there, and the blood splashed out later. It feels like that. It feels pumping. And but first, I thought it was just ordinary. Like I felt that before, so I didn't pay much attention to that. I didn't take it very seriously until until recently, because on the first day when I arrived here, I was, as I said, I had a very tough day, or more like a very busy day. So I was very fatigued, and then the next day I recovered a little bit. Then I was I was invited by my friends to travel with them, in Asia countries, there are a lot of, I would say, custom or courtesy, like a lot of social rules to obey, although no one is asking you to, but if you don't, what everyone has been educated about for is gonna make you feel like you are a very rude and I don't know, hateful man. It's just you feel like the urge to obey those rules. You have to think about whether this is the right thing to do, what I shouldn't do in such occasions. You have to think about a lot of things unless you are like used to it. You are very sophisticated about it. Otherwise, it's gonna be very exhausting, I would say. Like what I've been felt, and also the night when I sleep out there, it was there are some ants around the bed. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the food attract them there, but there's just a lot. And after kicking out of the bed I was sleeping, then there's a mosquito. And what I hate about that mosquito is that it doesn't just be quiet and bite me and then add a good meal and then go away, leave me alone. It doesn't. It didn't. It keep bugging around, making that that sound, and it doesn't bite. It doesn't get satisfied by the meal he had. I just felt so. Maybe she, because I heard that those female mosquitoes needs to feed human blood to their baby or something. I'm not sure, because usually they're pregnant. Anyway, back to the point. That doesn't matter. What I was was trying to say is that I didn't sleep well that night, and I can't complain because I live there for free. My friends offered their his house. My actually is my friend's husband's friends. So he's a totally stranger to me. Um, so I cannot say much. Only thank you for letting me stay here. Get a room for me. Um, otherwise I will be ungrateful. So I'm trying to be nice. Then yeah, I only slept 5 hours or so that night because the next morning they ordered coffee and the takeouter. I'm not sure. Someone take that coffee inside, and when they ring the doorbell, that wake me up, and I have to get up because I know they buy that, and I don't want to keep them waiting. I did not expect them to wake up so early. That was around 9 o'clock. I slept at 4 o'clock or around that, and then anyway, and then I was very lack of sleep. I lack a lot of sleep, and they playing around, traveling, tripping to local, scenery spots, and also eating around the famous food around there. I'm just with them, got no chance to have a rest, and then at night when we are heading back, I was because they paid most of the things. I only I was seeking for an opportunity to buy to pay something for them because they paid the other stuff like the food along the way. So that also exhausts me because I am keep thinking about when can I pay them for something, and also the nervous and anxious and this unsettling state of mind also exhausts me. Anyway, all these things come together, also including because I feel like I didn't pay equally much as they did. I feel like then I have to help them out, like do stuff like cleaning up, for them because we are having a barbecue. There's a lot of mess, and I help out as much as I can. But that also exhausts me. I feel so tired when we are heading back. I finished washing the dishes, and I feel my heart just like hurting, but it was not like that kind of poking sensation. It was not. It was more like someone is pressing my chest. I feel some kind of heavy sensation as some dumb pain around my chest. It just goes like on and on for a while, once for a while. And then when they are driving, we are driving back. I was on the car and I felt it was tensier and longer. I felt that before, but it was so much. It feels so much worse than before. So I started to feel like, oh, this is not right. Something's wrong. And I finally said that, could we stop by and see if there is any I don't know, drugstores or hospitals. Like, I need to buy some medicine because I'm not feeling well around my chest, my heart. It's um, uncomfortable. So we stopped by a drugstore. Then um, the doctor told me that whether asked me if I stay up late recently. I said yes. I didn't sleep that. I didn't get enough sleep last night, and she said you can't keep on doing this like that anymore because lack of sleep and also staying up late will put so much pressure on your heart and also your blood pressure. So, for your health, you can't. And at that moment, I just think I really, really should. I just made up on my mind that I really should try to sleep early, but actually, I wasn't because right now it is already midnight. It's almost 1 o'clock. So I suppose I'm not very self-disciplined. And anyway, after that, I skipped the shower. I just straight up to the hotel and bed and sleep because I was so afraid something might happen. But luckily, it was not, and nothing really happened. The doctor also comforted me, saying that it was not very serious. When the heart problem got very, very serious, my face, people's face would get pale, and they would feel dizzy. They can't stand. Um, they can't stand up. They, well, likely to pass out. That will get very serious. I wasn't that serious. That's just slight symptom. So anyway, so I really should sleep early. Um, that's all I want to say. I also want to suggest to you guys. Um, so if there's any chance, if you could sleep early, if you are, if you're not like the late work schedule, or if you have nothing to do, like, please take care of yourself. Um, if you want to play games or watch movies at night, I mean, you could do it a little bit earlier or do it at daytime. It would be so much healthier for your health. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that much because I feel like I'm nagging. Like my mom actually asked me to sleep early for thousands of times, but I just didn't listen to her until the other night when my heart felt that discomfort. Anyway, that's it. I just want to say it. And yeah, it's very late. I'm not sure what time is it for you guys there. I just hope everything would be alright for you guys, for all of us, and I don't think there's that much things to say actually. I think my wording is a little bit chaotic. Not sure if because I still didn't recover from staying up late, the damage it has caused to my body. Anyway, so for my own health, my own good, I need to sleep, and I also suggest you guys do the same with me. Okay. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Good night and sweet dreams. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Sweet sleep. tonight's video, I don't have that much to talk about. Yeah. So tonight's video is mostly a tapping on the camera video, and also I will probably tapping around the items around here and touching, scratching, or the texture of this pillows and quilts and stuff. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. And some more sound to make it more, to make it better. Anyway, okay. Alright, I think that's all for today. Actually, I'm starting to feel a little bit discomfort right now. Uncomfortable. I mean, like what I said last time, and I think that's it. Let's get some sleep. Okay, so today's video is gonna